In Stoic Men Tribe today, we are diving into an important lesson. A moment of clarity, strength, and ancient wisdom. Let's break it down. Have you ever found yourself holding on to a relationship that no longer brings peace? Something that once felt meaningful but now weighs you down? Or maybe it's a situation that used to inspire you but has slowly become a constant source of stress. In life, we grow deeply attached to people and environments, relationships, careers, friendships, because they shape who we are. But what happens when those connections begin to erode our peace instead of nurturing it? Letting go can feel like losing a part of ourselves. But true inner freedom, real peace, often begins the moment we learn to release what no longer aligns with our soul. The Stoics knew this well. They taught that peace isn't found in clinging, but in clarity. In learning to recognize when it's time to move forward, not with bitterness, but with calm intention and self-respect. Before we continue, if this resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Today we're going to talk about how to let go, not with anger, not with regret, but with wisdom. We'll explore how to free yourself from people and situations that no longer serve your journey. But before we dive in, I want to offer a challenge. Watch this video until the end. Somewhere in this message is the shift you might need, and when you're done, share your story in the comments. A moment you let go, or a step you're taking. Let's support each other in building a community grounded in peace, truth, and inner strength. 1. Reconnect with yourself through reflection and dialogue. Letting go doesn't start with the other person. It begins with reconnecting to your own values. Ask yourself, who am I when I'm not performing for anyone? Stoicism teaches that happiness depends on the quality of our thoughts. So start there. Are your thoughts clouded by guilt, fear, or misplaced obligation? Now here's the key. Don't do this alone. Find someone who sees you clearly and listens without judgment. Talk it out. Often the act of speaking gives shape to thoughts we didn't know we were holding. The right person can reflect truth back to us, gently showing us the mental patterns we've fallen into. A conversation with someone who truly listens can do more than comfort. It can be the mirror that reveals what you need to let go of. Also, don't underestimate the power of community. Being surrounded by people on a similar path can make all the difference. Community reminds us that we're not alone, that everyone is dealing with something beneath the surface, and from that shared struggle comes strength. 2. Embrace Stoic discipline. The Stoics weren't cold or emotionless. They were disciplined. They understood the difference between what's within our control and what isn't. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That mindset changes everything. If you're in a relationship where you constantly feel small, ignored, or drained, ask yourself, can I control this person's actions? Probably not. But you can control your response. You can choose to walk away with dignity, to no longer engage in the same cycles. You can stop fighting for peace where it clearly doesn't live. When you stop trying to change people and focus on changing your approach, you reclaim your energy. That's where real freedom begins. Not in fixing others, but in mastering yourself. So here's the truth. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that peace is too valuable to trade for chaos. It's learning to choose yourself, not out of pride, but out of purpose. And maybe right now you're standing at that edge. Maybe your heart knows it's time, but your fear keeps pulling you back. If that's you, I want you to know, you're not alone. We're all walking this path together. Let's help each other release the weight we were never meant to carry. Let's choose clarity over confusion, peace over performance, and presence over pain. Now take a breath, let go, and keep walking forward. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, mainly our reactions and emotions. By doing so, we protect our inner peace and create space for real personal growth. One of the core ideas in Stoic philosophy is practicing indifference to things outside our control. When we stop trying to control the uncontrollable, we discover freedom, clarity, and peace. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about releasing unnecessary burdens and making room for joy. Life is full of change, and Stoicism reminds us that true strength comes from being mentally flexible, able to adapt without losing ourselves. When a relationship or situation no longer supports your growth, letting go becomes not a loss, but a step forward. Mental flexibility, or the ability to shift your perspective, is what allows some people to keep moving through tough times while others get stuck. It means accepting change, not as defeat, but as part of life. When we detach from what no longer serves us, not with coldness, but with wisdom, we make space for peace, growth, and better connections. Marcus Aurelius said, "We are not disturbed by events, but by our judgments of them." Detachment, then, is not about becoming distant. It's about choosing what nurtures your soul. When you let go of what drains you, you're not running away. You're choosing peace. Sometimes, finding peace requires taking bold steps to remove what disturbs the mind. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true resilience also involves valuing our self-worth, choosing to let go of what no longer helps us grow. Detachment in this sense isn't just retreat, it's renewal. By clearing out what no longer serves us, we create space for clarity, reflection, and new beginnings. But inner peace isn't only mental, it's physical too. As Marcus said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, and those thoughts are shaped by how we treat our bodies. Exercise, like yoga, not only strengthens the body, but calms the mind, improves focus, and eases emotional tension. Breathing deeply, stretching intentionally, these simple acts anchor us in the present and give us the strength to face life's storms with grace. Self-control is also key. As Epictetus said, "Self-control is freedom." Discipline in how we eat, rest, and move is not restriction, it's power. When we care for the body, we're not just fueling energy, we're protecting our peace. And finally, distance, both physical and mental, is a powerful tool. Whether it's stepping away from toxic environments or detaching emotionally from unhelpful thoughts, space gives perspective. It helps us see clearly, act wisely, and stay grounded in truth. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do for your peace and purpose is to step back, not to escape, but to see more clearly. When we learn to see life clearly, we begin to make decisions with wisdom, unshaken by emotion or chaos. As someone walking the Stoic path, I've faced storms and savored victories, and through it all, I discovered something powerful. Gratitude is the key that unlocks freedom and joy. Number 7. Celebrate gratitude. Walking the Stoic path is like sailing a still, deep sea. Beneath the surface, there is clarity and peace. In this calm, gratitude becomes our compass. It is more than saying thank you. It is seeing life through a lens of humility and presence. The great Stoics, like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, knew that holding on to the past brings sorrow. But gratitude sets the soul free. Imagine someone grieving the loss of a loved one. At first they're swallowed by sadness, but slowly they shift their focus, not to what was lost, but to the beauty of what was shared. In those memories they find strength, not pain. That's the power of gratitude. It doesn't erase the struggle, but it transforms it. It turns wounds into wisdom. To be grateful is to rise above emotion, not by denying it, but by placing it in perspective. Gratitude reminds us, life is fleeting, and yet it's full of quiet gifts. When we learn to appreciate them, we become lighter, freer, happier. What are you grateful for today? If this resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.